The channel to education swung open when Thursday, this university opened its gates to what was to be another learning day, as students rubbed shoulders in corridors in readiness for examinations. Meanwhile, lecturers and non-teaching staff made their way to the campus grounds, and before long, what was to be an exam was no more.
Because we had prepared for the exams, we don't even know what next. So as per the strike, everything is paralyzed. We don't have food in school, there are no services.
So I'm pleading with the university, through the government, to do anything that is possible to make sure that the normal school routine of the university comes to normal.
In Nairobi, students at the University of Nairobi School of Health Sciences were also sitting their examinations.
Well, the strike hasn't really affected us because we're out of session, or rather we finished our session. We're not being taught anymore, and actually we're just doing our exams right now, and so far, so good. And I'm from an exam right now, actually.
However, non-teaching staff and some lecturers were not amused with their striking colleagues, saying they were not complying with an action that had been declared illegal by the industrial court, and sought them out. In Nakuru, Egerton University, there was no learning, with students resorting to fend for themselves, studying either in groups or individually. UWASU's Secretary General insists that the strike will go on. Citizen TV was unable to reach him. However, it is reported that the unions were still consulting their legal teams and will seek an interpretation of the Constitution on the illegality of the strike at a later date.
PUCCF is not a legal corporate, and therefore it has no binding in law, no legal entity to sue or be sued on behalf of public universities.
The Federation of Kenya Employers had moved to court seeking to stop the strike, arguing that university councils were ready for negotiations. Higher Education Minister Margaret Kamara said all university staff participating in the industrial action should return to work and resume negotiations. And so day 2 of the lecturer strike, and scenes such as this one is what meets the eye when one enters the public universities. No learning going on. The lecturers have vowed that if their demands are not met, then these will be the scenes that will be painted and replicated in public universities across the country. Willis Raburu, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.